Yes, so hello again and welcome to BK Game Devs for another week. Um, yeah, so today we'll be going over some stuff we did in between weeks as well as continuing to work on stuff like disappearing platforms, some upkeep stuff like adding kill zones and soft checkpoints, as well as trying to build out the escape sequence as well as a timer that counts down once you start that sequence. So the main thing to do first is I guess we can start with explaining what we did last week. Does that sound good, guys?
Absolutely.
Cool. So I'll wait for Alex as it comes up, but what we needed to do basically was for the time switches, what we worked on last week and we weren't able to fully get done was getting a tick sound to play that sped up as the timer went down. So, for example, if it's 10 seconds, it should play at let's say a normal speed for the first 5 seconds. Then for the next 3 seconds, it should speed up a little bit, and for maybe the final two, it'll speed up to the most that the player understands that the timer is running out and they're running out of time. So we were able to implement that by creating a pretty interesting like data structure. And what we did is we created. So first, Alex he created like a what do you call it? A util that we can use called looping timed action or loop. Is it timed looping action or is it looping action?
It's looping action. So it's essentially like it's meant to be used in a coroutine. Uh,
Got it.
there's the repeat condition. There's the loop conditions, the loop action. So this is what happens at every loop. There is the repeat condition. This is
Yep.
the method that you use or you use supply that it will call to just check. Like this is how you define what keeps the loop going.
Exactly.
The
As
repeat.
right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go
no, I
ahead.
was gonna say the repeat delay is how long till the next the iteration, the next loop, and of course there's an
Yeah.
optional end loop action, which is like what happens after the looping is done. That's
Yeah. I don't know if we can't see your VS Code if that's what you were showing just now,
Oh no, I'm
or we're just
yeah,
talking it out.
I know I'm showing them. You guys are just seeing the wake up stuff.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Cool. Yeah. So so this is a very useful method where we can run an action um, over some sort of delay or interval. And what that allowed us to do was we used some math to be able to say, okay, based on the duration of the timer, which is now free to be any time. So last week we talked about, okay, maybe just to be easy, let's make all of our timers 10 seconds. The way we've done it now, it can be any amount of seconds, and the timer and the ticks will take care of themselves. What we've done first is we've created a aggregated calculated end times, and that's a big set of words. But all it means is we figured out, okay, if it's 15 seconds in total, right? We're gonna use some method to figure out. Let's say you want to cut it into a certain kind of a ratio. So let's say you want the ratio to be for half of the 15 seconds it plays at, let's say, at one time speed, or like or not one time speed, but one tick, let's say, per second, and then for the last half you want it to play at a 2 ticks per second. We were able to do is figure out, based on the ratio that is given, which we can configure in the Unity UI, it will figure out, okay, based on the 15 seconds, if I have a ratio of 5 and 5, or like half and half, it will be 7.5 seconds at one tick per second, and then another 7.5 at 2 ticks per second. But what we've done here is we've cut it up just for right now into a ratio of 5, 3, and 2, which means for 5 or 50% for half of the time, whether it's 10 seconds or 20 seconds, it'll play at a certain speed, which you can also configure in the Unity like editor. Then at 3 seconds or for 30% of the time, it'll play at a faster speed, and then again at a faster speed for the last 2 seconds. And we've done that with a linked list and a few other things. So I guess, Alex, the best way to explain the aggregated calculated times is first you created a tick delay array, right? Which is just an array of tick delays. Is there a class at the bottom that we made? Is that what happened?
So let me
Okay,
show
so
yeah. So essentially, it's kind of like taking sort of slices. We're using to get around the whole percentages of things. We're using whole numbers. So say an example. If you wanted, you want to a certain amount of a certain speed to take up like the first 25%, a certain speed to take up from 25 to 75, and then the rest of it to take up 75 to 100, you would use the values 1, 2, and 1. That would create that sort of ratio. They would get added up into a, the value 4, and each one would simply just divide itself. Using whole numbers is probably a little more easier to deal with, because you're like, okay, so if I want like the first, like say we do out of 3, I want the first 66%, or the first 2 out of 3 of that whole to be a certain speed, and the last one, it's easy to just say 2 and 1, right?
yeah.
So what this will, I mean, and of course you're indicating what is the delay between each tick for that sort of time. Quan was mentioning the sort of the aggregate calculated end times. What this is just it calculates at what point does it transition to the next one, to over to the next tick.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we have to do it off of, we have to calculate it for like that specific duration. So if it's 15 seconds, we're doing it at 7.5 seconds. Then add the 30% to that, because I don't know the math for that. Whatever 30% of 15 is.
It's fine. Yeah.
And then that's how we're doing it, and we sort of do it recursively using this start loop action here. I did add some comments to make it easier, but it pretty much plays the tick sound. This here's the loop condition while time elapsed is less than the current current end time, which would be 7.5. Once that's over, it'll just move on to the next tick, which will have a different end time. Let's say 10 seconds. So once it gets to there, it stops this loop action, starts a new loop action until there's no more.
Yep. Yeah, and so the code is a bit complicated when you first take a look at it, but we use the ratios and stuff to calculate, like he said, the end times, and that's the most important part, I think. Just saying, okay, at 2 seconds, that's when you're gonna change to the second speed. At 5 seconds, you're gonna change to the third speed, etc., etc. And so this loop makes that happen. So I guess if you want, you can just play test it real quick and let them hear how it sounds now.
I'm gonna switch you guys
and also
over
Chris,
to the other
go for
one,
it. Yeah. Sure. And also, Chris, did you follow that for the most part, or not really?
Yeah, my style of learning, if I'm looking at a whole bulk of new code, I have to
go through it like line by line.
Yeah.
I feel
so
you.
like,
Yeah.
Can you guys see that?
That's fair.
Can you see Wake Up? Unity?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
So Chris, can you see what values we're giving it here? Like this is how we're actually sending over the values. First 50%, then the next 30%, the next the final 20%.
The size is the number of ticks, or is that the...
No, the size is the ratio. And so that's what I was going to say, Alex, should we rename that as the ratio? Because size might not be super clear. Again, that can be later, but...
Whatever,
so what size is... Sure, yeah, so size is the ratio. And that means, again, what it's going to do is add up these 3 numbers in this array into a whole, and so each number will count for a certain amount. So 5, 3, and 2 makes 10, right? Yeah. Now, that isn't the amount of seconds. It's just, that's the whole. So which means 5 means half, 3 means 30%, 2 means 20%. And so then we use some math to apply that onto any duration. So say the duration is 21 seconds, like a weird number. It doesn't matter that it's 21. If we put 5, 3, and 2, the math will handle and figure out, okay, what is half of 21? And now what is 30% of 21 seconds? And what is 20% of 21 seconds?
Well, more than
and
that.
Then
Sorry, more than that. If you wanted to, you don't have to do you don't have to make it equal to like a value like 10, like a clean value. These ratios could
Yeah, it
easily
doesn't
be
have
like
to at all.
3, where you could say, okay, I want the first one to take up whatever the value 5 is. Think of it as like a pie, right? Like certain sections. That's what. Man, math is so hard to explain, but
Yeah, it's kind of like because it's a ratio, it doesn't have to, like, the whole is not the important part.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do half, if you want to do the exact same thing here, like a half, 30% and 20%, if you wanted to, you could do what, 10, like 5 and like 2 or something, which I'm trying to think of what the equivalents are. 10, 5 and 2. I don't know if that will make the same half, or does it need to be 6 and 4? Sorry, 6 and 4. Yeah.
Wait, so that
even,
doesn't need to add to
10,
like
no, it doesn't.
10?
It just takes up.
No, so
whatever the whole is.
it's just a
Oh, bad. Go ahead.
it's just a ratio. And so what happens is, because this is 10, 6 and 4, right?
Oh,
If you add 10, 6 and 4, you get 20. So 10 is still 50%, 6 is still 30%, and 4 is still 20%. That's why we're saying the ratio doesn't matter. The whole is what matters. And again, it's hard to explain math, man. Dang. Because I feel like we're not doing a great job.
The point is, though, is that just so long, like, say if you do 5, 3, and 3, right? You don't really care too much about, how these things relate to each other in terms of ratio. All you need to really care about is something like, I want the first one to take up like 5 in terms of its how long it plays for, and then the next two I want them to be the exact same length, one after the other. They will equal 11, right? But let's say what's 11 divided by 5 divided by 11, right? Let me get the calculator out. That's the calendar. No, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but let's say 5 divided by 11, right? That's 0.45 roughly.
Yeah.
So like 3 divided by 11, that's 0.27, and then the next, another 0.27. So those are going to be the ratios used. It just makes it so you don't have to actually calculate those. You don't have to put 0.27, 0.27, 0.45, anything like that. Put whole numbers, and we do the calculations for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and now the delay part is what you actually can put as the delay between ticks. So for the first one in element 0. Yeah, sure. So in element 0, while he's playing this, it's playing at 0.35 seconds between each tick. And now it's going to update, wait for it, to now 2.5 seconds between, or 0.25 between each tick, and then 1.5, and then it stops.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and so this gives us a lot of flexibility because we don't have to figure out the percentages. We can deal with the ratios in whole numbers.
Yep.
And so
let me try 5, 3, 5.
It just makes it much easier for us to handle. Okay, yeah, 5, 3, 5. Yep.
You can see that the first and the last ticks were just the same size, and they were much longer than the middle tick. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So that's kind of like what changing of these numbers does.
Yep. And you might also notice while he's doing this, our level looks a bit different. There's a little bit more filling, and there are more walls, because before the player was able to jump from the beginning and kind of just like ignore the platforms, just jump all the way across to the next part. So to change that, we've put in some walls, some ceilings, and we've widened out and made the level a bit more horizontal so that the player can't just, get away with all that for free.
I see that.
We've also actually increased the camera size so you can see a little more, because we realized that it was very difficult to see things. Actually need to,
Yep. I do realize now that... Oh, no, ignore me, yeah.
You guys added another moving platform here.
We did. Because we widened it, it was... GG. because we widened it, it needed another platform. Just because using one the whole way means that if there's a timer, the player would, if they didn't make the first cycle, they'd be waiting quite a while. If you get what I mean.
Yes.
So to make it a bit more fair, we added that. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
And so we can adjust that. No, we didn't add the ticks here. Oh, we should figure that out because they do kind of collide. But yeah, that worked out though. So yeah, so again, now back to what we'll be doing today. First, we're gonna add in those ticks on the other moving platforms, but we can also continue to work on like adding stuff like kill zones and lava lights and soft checkpoints and hard checkpoints. The reason I say hard checkpoints is because I was thinking we should probably add a hard checkpoint right before the escape sequence. So once you get there once, if you die, instead of having to necessarily play the whole thing over, maybe you should be allowed to start from the escape sequence, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Cool.
Also, Quan, there is delay with your video and audio again.
Just a little bit.
Okay. All right. It's no problem. So if I leave and I rejoin, will it mess things up?
Yeah, you're probably rejoining.
Alex, I don't mind doing it. Okay. All right. So I'll try and fix that. Thanks for letting me know though. All right. I'll be right back.
We might want to add like some platforms back there.
Yeah.
Just because you're looking down into nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I back? Is everything all good, or did it break
you look
everything?
fine. You look great.
Okay, cool. And the sync is all right?
Yeah, it's synced.
Okay, yeah. Just let me know. I'll do it again because it really doesn't take me like 5 seconds. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, what were you saying about adding something? Because you're looking into what? I didn't hear what you said.
The platforms over here.
Right over there. It's just like blank space over there, and it looks like you're jumping into nothing.
Got it. Yeah. I think we
at least one. At least one.
At least one, because we did add the look up and down, right?
Yeah, it still doesn't help.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Then we can add one more platform.
Yeah.
Make it fair, so that players aren't like, "Where am I, bro? Where do I jump?"
You know, I keep forgetting we're not actually even supposed to have the line on.
Yo, me too. Yo, you're right. Oh man, this looks so much more intense. Yo.
It's gonna be fun when you have to escape.
Yeah.
And you don't have a lot of courage.
Right, you're gonna just be like, oh man, and then this jump is gonna be tough too.
Oh. Alex
yeah,
sucks.
that's gonna be tough.
Alex sucks at this.
I do.
I think maybe we should move the that like, what's it called now? That hazard thing, or that like thing you have to jump over, because it's so close to the start path of that moving platform that you don't like fairly have enough time to land on it and then jump in like a nice way, if you know what I mean.
Is it
you have to be good at
hazards?
You have to be good at platforming to get over it. Because when I did it, I was able to do it.
Oh, okay. Then if you want to leave it, then that's fine too.
We can move it a little, like maybe two.
I was gonna say,
left.
yeah, I don't mind moving it like 2 grid thingies to the right.
Okay, sure.
But I feel you though. Like we don't want to make it easy. Oh no, hold on. Just undo that, and you can move them in an easy way. So just use the tool, the first tool, the clicker. No, the first one. Yep. Now just highlight them, all 4 of them. Sorry, all 3 of them, like the top and the bottom. Yep. And then use the second tool, the like 4 directions tool, and just move it, and it should move it on the grid. Yeah. You see how it like moves it?
I might have moved it.
Yeah. So right there is good. Or.
Oh. I see what you mean. I'll do it again.
Yeah. So I think that's what happened the last time when it was moving like freely. I think you didn't do it in this way, so it wasn't moving it along the grid.
Okay.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be ground tiles. It should also be hazard, no?
Yes, it's just we haven't gotten to that yet. So and we should figure out if we want to change that to like spikes or something, or just because like floating lava is a little weird because all of our lava is grounded. If you get what I mean.
Oh,
but again,
here's an idea.
Yeah.
Like a little thing jutting out.
Okay. Yep.
Right, and I think we could do this. And
I see, and then have that be like a little like lava pool or something.
yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. So this thing goes through here, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. That's why it's a bit tough. Unless what we do is we have it just be like freestanding like lava, right? And we can allow the platform to go through lava, right? Because the other ones can. So maybe it goes through the lava and you don't see it. Those are spikes, yeah. Those look like spikes, yeah.
Okay, then I think okay. Is it possible to rotate these?
Probably yes. There probably is, but if I said I knew, I'd be lying in your face, Alex.
Okay. Okay. So, well, for one, I'm just gonna get rid of.
Also, Chris, is it me or is Alex's on Discord? Is it doing that like zoom in thing a lot?
Yes.
Oh, I can switch it.
Okay.
We're in level design now, so I can switch it over to display capture.
Okay, cool. Because it was getting kind of jarring. It was like opening the tile palette. Again, people on stream, you won't see this, but for us, it was a bit weird. Yeah, now it looks all normal. Cool. And make sure you're on the right layer just when you're doing the tile stuff. Yeah, you are on. Wait, you've been drawing stuff on hazard. So hold on, those
No,
tiles you drew.
I've been drawing stuff on ground tiles.
Okay, I see it. Yeah. Yep. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. So. Oh. Neat. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And now you can. The one below, actually. No, just two down.
No.
Okay.
This is where this guy is going.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. Okay. Got it.
Oh boy. Let's see.
So I think there is a way, but I just I don't know how. If you click on our tile palette, active tile map.
Wait, I'm sorry. What are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to rotate the spikes.
He's trying to turn the spikes upside down so that there's spikes on the top and spikes on the bottom, and it doesn't look so weird. Let me do a quick Google search.
You're trying to rotate the tile, right?
Yeah, the tile.
Yep.
Just the tile.
Okay. Hit the right square bracket up.
Oh,
apparently that will.
That. Wait, no.
What?
I hope that won't rotate everything. Oh.
Try just like move it and
Try
see.
doing that.
Okay, cool. But hold on, wait. Apparently, you can, instead of doing that, you can use in Unity. It says click the You can flip the active brush on the x-axis by pressing Shift and then the left bracket key.
Shift and left bracket key.
Yeah, like the opening array thing, the square bracket.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay, or you can press just the left or right bracket. Go into paint mode, like into painting mode. Yeah, it said that you can apparently. Yep. So click on the paintbrush.
So let me just erase real quick and then do it again.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the right bracket, right?
Yeah. So yeah, do right bracket.
Shift right bracket.
No. Just
wait,
no. Sorry, just right bracket.
Oh, right bracket.
Yeah. Okay. So
that
works too. But yeah, so if you just do right bracket, it rotates the paintbrush.
Yeah, just did
So
it.
that works. Nice.
Nice. Let me rotate it back because
Yep.
that's pretty much what I wanted to do. And then we're gonna go back to ground tiles.
And we can erase those. Okay, sure, yeah.
Because basically, you can't really go here without like hitting these guys. That's the idea.
Got it. Okay.
You gonna die.
Or what I was gonna say is if we erase the top layer of that wall on the bottom, we could put spikes on bottom and top, and let the platform like move in between the spikes. That might look cool. Like the same way we had the two lavas, we could have the two things there.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm saying So get rid of
this layer.
That that like row.
By the way, when we do kill zones, are we always? Let me make sure. Are we always just like literally adding a kill zone like by hand?
Yeah, we have been.
Wait, what? Why are we not adding kill zone like as like we do for ground tiles? How you can, touch them and stuff like that.
Wait, what do you mean? Sorry.
Is there a reason why we don't add like?
As in, like, why don't we add the layer as kill zone on the lava?
Yeah, on like all. So you see, we have S3 hazards right there. So why don't we just make that whole thing kill zones?
So
that's a good point.
I think it's because we needed to have the kill zone script to run, and we apply that to the kill zone like prefab, which is like a trigger for when you hit it. I don't know if we can do that through a tile map. If we can, then that would solve a lot of issues.
I think we can.
So why don't we give it like a little test, and ever since we're doing S3 hazards anyway, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So let me just add the. Did I erase these already? No, I didn't.
No. And then you can put spikes there. And then I guess just bring that top one. Just use the move tool to bring those top ones down one, so that the platform slides right in between. Oh, because it's 2 layers, huh? Yep. Cool. And that should take care of it.
Yeah.
And that'll be our first use of spikes, which we can probably go back into the other ones and like retroactively add them. Yeah. But
well, let me see if I can get this going down.
Yeah, so S3 hazards, kill zone controller, yeah. And what does it need? It needs just a player, and it can get that, and then kill zone event, and we can put that, yeah, player and
on Killzone.
Yeah, yo, that would
really?
This would be clutch.
Well, it's gonna need to. Isn't it gonna need to look for like a specific layer?
Killzone tag.
Yeah, and he added it.
God, let me see. It can't be that simple. Like,
if it's that easy and we've been hand doing it, then GG. We've been doing a lot of extra
no, we
work.
don't need player. We only need Killzone event. I think we stopped player someone absolutely.
No, we need player because we need to compare the tag.
We only compare tag with like the string player.
Oh, as in we don't need the actual player controller. Yeah, because before we were trying to use the player. Yeah, okay.
I wonder if that does something on this.
I have no idea what that is, but I can infer obsolete will make it not show up in the editor, maybe?
No, it does.
Okay.
I was just curious if it does a thing. When you put obsolete on a function or method, it indicates so, and it gives when you use it in Visual Studio, it gives you a warning. Hey, this is obsolete.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Alright, so just get rid of the player for now. We actually don't need it then.
Yeah, we don't. We can't be assigning player every single time we had a kill zone. It's too much.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have Killzone.
And now also, I feel like it's gonna work. I feel like it's gonna work, man. And if it works, that's gonna be just LOL City.
Wait, I need to see what the other Killzone. that's fine.
The other ones we like manually bring them in, and it's just an object. So if you go to the prefab, yeah,
we can. So they use a box collider, and it uses is trigger.
Yeah. So all we got to do is use the composite collider on the S3 hazards and make it is trigger, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a box collider, but it's still a collider. It should still trigger the.
We need
the thing. Composite collider first.
Yeah, composite.
Yep, and then it's trigger. You can check it, and then
wait, is there like
you need a tile map collider 2D. Yeah, tile map collider. That's what you also need.
Yep.
And then you say use by composite is check. Yep, and then set is trigger on the app.
Oh, that's okay. I'm good. I think that's...
Yeah, that's not the worst thing. Maybe is there a way to? No, okay, yeah, that isn't the worst thing. Yeah, that was the other thing. Yep.
Okay.
Dude, if this works, I'm gonna just start freaking out.
Yeah, let's see. See if I just
if you just solve if you just save this millions and millions of minutes of time. You're lying, dude.
Wait,
you're lying. It's because of the spawn position. Yeah, it's because that isn't a hard checkpoint. But it works though, no?
It looks like it does.
It is a hard checkpoint.
Yo. Dude, I'm so salty.
Wait. Let me look at that file.
Sure.
Checkpoint.
Yo, I can't.
Oh, it's on enter.
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna make it for I'm just gonna add on exit as well. I think the reason why they didn't register the checkpoint as it should have is because we were already in it.
Oh, okay, as in
on exit enter.
I get it.
I get it. Okay. On exit enter 2D.
That's the one, right? It's called when stop touching. Yeah. So let's see if
that should logically that should work if that's what the problem is.
I'm still stuck on the fact that we can make tile maps have functionality, because that didn't.
It might be the problem we had that one time on stream.
It's soft checkpoint. It's because of soft checkpoint.
Why? What happened?
We end up going back to this last soft checkpoint, which...
Oh, because player... Because they only go to the hard checkpoint when they die. Yeah, no. Okay, I think it's just that...
Wait, what did we do in section 2, though?
Yeah, what did we do in section 2? Very good question. We have a player spawn thing. I don't remember where is it in section controller? I think that's where it's in section controller. We do the spawning of the player and stuff.
We should check what we did in section 2.
I gotta get rid of. Okay, there we go. Hold on. If I see hard, yeah, if I look for this one.
Checkpoint.
Because I'm thinking on start.
We set the position, fine. But we don't set a soft checkpoint. Okay. I'm trying to think, have we tested it? Maybe it didn't work out, and I'll tell you why. In the other levels, when we added the soft checkpoints, was there a way to hazard respawn before touching a soft checkpoint? No. That's why.
Why don't we, when we update hard checkpoint, why don't we just do if soft checkpoint is
null, or null, I guess.
You said then soft checkpoint to hard checkpoint.
Yeah, or at least the same position. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Equal to here's 3 dot. Is there an empty or 0? Yeah.
There's a 0, but I don't know if it'll be 0 or if it'll be null. But yeah, we'll see.
No, soft checkpoint vector 3s. They are structs. They would not be null.
Oh, okay,
they would just
got
be
it.
0, 0, 0.
Got it. Okay. Cool. And so in that case, that should solve a big issue, and that means instead of having to manually, like we may have to manually add the lights, but again, that is just less time than having to add the kill zones as well. But let's take a look and see.
I mean, I think the only reason we're really seeing that issue is because of okay, now we're good.
Yep, nice.
It's because we're starting here and not the actual place where it should be, section 1.
Yeah, and
got it. Yeah, I think that's also true.
All right, so let me play test this.
I was just checking section 2 out, and the only reason why we didn't encounter this was because we put a soft checkpoint before you could die, so we were never able to test that. So I just tested it by just dragging the player around the soft checkpoint and putting him right in the lava, and
the same thing happens.
And it does the same thing. So we just have to.
Okay. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. I think that that makes sense. We built the game so that you couldn't get to a hazard respawn before a soft checkpoint because it would be unfair. But since we're just playtesting this section now, we're only now we are only now realizing that.
Yep. Let's see if I can hit the spikes. Yeah, we don't have like a death animation though. Or not a death animation,
because
but like a. You know Hollow Knight, where when you hit a spike or something, you bounce back a bit, and you
kind of get damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We can add something like that later, but that's something that would be nice. That would
sure. Yeah, I'll just pop that into the dock while you're doing that.
These kill zones work. It's annoying, but they work.
So I'm glad we figured it out at all, just because that saves us like an unimaginable amount of time.
Let me see. Let me look at section 1 to see what the section. Yeah, I don't know why we do that.
We just didn't think of it. I think we just thought, because I think the timeouts were giving us certain kinds of like issues and stuff. We really were like, oh.
You know what it might be? It might have been because of because we didn't want them to exactly die or teleport at that moment where they hit like right here, like right on top of it. We wanted them to like go a little down.
Yeah, but even in section 3, I don't think I think they go into the lava
they do now
before they
delay
die.
The soft checkpoint reset.
I understand.
You're also lagging a little behind your there.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Happening again.
My computer and internet are not strong enough. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's all
that's fine though. I mean, we could just like replace all those kill zones with which I'm sure would be. Where are those kill zones? Yeah, we could just get rid of these kill zones at some point then. Clean it up.
Yeah, we'll do that off stream.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What do we do next?
I say we can work on we can do that off stream. I think is what you said about like changing all the kill zones, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's no problem. We can start to work on the escape sequence. I already have an idea for an implementation of the countdown. So I don't know if you guys care about doing the countdown timer before we actually build it out.
So we could do that, or we could add the lava lights and the soft checkpoints.
Yes, I think we should probably do that first, since we were just in the realm of kill zones. Let's just add the lava lights and kill zones. Yeah, I wish there was do we have an easier way to add a lava light? Not really, right? You have to like manually drag because we choose how much like offset there is and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean we can also.
It's gonna be a little tedious. I mean, to be honest, we don't need to do this on stream.
Yeah, honestly, like people have seen how the lava lights work. It's nothing too fancy, right? It's just like
because we've done it like twice already.
Yeah, so I think that we can take that kind of thing off stream and we can focus on new functionality.
Yeah, it would be cool to work on the escape sequence and the timer.
Yeah, cool. So the timer is actually, I think, quick to implement, and then we can go right into the design. Sure, yeah, no problem. So I was testing it out, and Alex, he created that looping timer thing, or that looping action, and that actually, and because of how it works, it takes an action to repeat, a condition which lets you know, okay, should I repeat it again or not? A delay between the action and what you should do once the action is done. So what I was able to figure out is we can create a countdown timer with this implementation. We'll just start a looping action, and the action is kind of like just like decrementing an integer value. Let's say it's 30 seconds. It'll decrement from 30 to 29. The delay is 1 second, so it'll go down each second, and we can just update like a text mesh pro, which will update the text on the UI. And I was able to get like a base version of that to work. So
cool.
It's a pretty quick implementation, and that looping action will just come in handy in the future if we ever need to like do a thing every X seconds, instead of the timed action where it's like do an action, wait, then do another action. This one is like, okay, do an action and keep doing that action until I tell you to stop on a certain like time frame. So once Alex is back, we can create.
I'm back.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. I mean, do we have to do it that way? I mean, can we just use like time.delta time and just check if like in an update method, if time remaining is, greater than 0, then just like time remaining minus equals like time delta time.
Yeah, so we can definitely do that too. There's no problem with that. I just think that our implementation is actually easier because instead of relying on update and stuff, it's a coroutine, so it's on its own thread, and it can take care of itself.
Oh, fun fact!
Again, both are fine.
Coroutines are all single-threaded. It makes it seem like it's on its own thread. It does do its own thing, but either way, the reason we want to go with this way is because it's just less coding for us, really. Like, we can kind of keep all the logic and stuff in one place. We don't have to add like a property to check the elapsed time. I mean, in the time switch we had to, but in this case we wouldn't, right? If I remember correctly, you guys are saying what are we doing? Because I wasn't here for the whole thing.
Yeah, it's no problem. So I tested out an implementation of the timer, which uses the looping action that you made, where all it does is so there's a variable, let's say an int called time remaining, let's say, and let's say it's at 30. The action is just to decrement it by 1. The condition is to make sure that it's greater than or equal to or greater than 0, and the delay is 1 second. So each second it'll just decrease it by 1 and update the text. Sorry, the action is to decrease it by 1 and update the UI text, and then that'll take care of itself. With the way that we have the looping action implemented, we don't have to worry about elapsed time or anything. All we have to do is just run the action each time per second, and it'll take care of itself. If that makes sense.
No, it does.
So yeah, that's what I was suggesting. And then Chris was saying maybe we could just do like time.delta time and elapsed time in an update loop, which is also a fine implementation as well. I'm just saying that this one, like, we don't have to worry about any of that. It'll take care of itself in the way that it's implemented.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure about that one. That's an interesting then like now that I just realized this is in the context of an actual timer.
Yeah, I just thought about it because I'm like, the looping action, it could be used for a timer, but if we don't go that way, that's also fine too.
Yeah, no, even the timed action can also do it as well if you recursively call it itself. Think about that. Yeah.
So
I'm not too sure. Because I know that if we use delta time, we would have to add extra code to avoid the whole seconds thing, right?
Yeah. And so the code I wrote, it's not a recursive call. It just is normal start looping action. It's not like a recursive call to anything in this case.
Right. Which I think is pretty good. Okay. Emeritus.
I said let's try it out, and if not, I have no problem with doing it in an update loop.
So you said
regardless of the implementation. Yeah, we have to so first we have to create a new UI text mesh pro and place it. The thing I want to figure out that I didn't figure out was where we should put this text mesh pro, which will be like the UI for the timer. Do we put it in wake up HUD and change the prefab? Do we create a new canvas? I don't know what you want to do.
Let me see. We have
wake up HUD as our canvas at the top. But
yeah,
yes, we'd have to change the prefab if we want to do that. Which I don't think is a bad idea though. Because if we ever have another countdown timer, the HUD should really be the one to take care of that. I think at least.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't have to. I mean.
Okay. That's. I'm also fine with that.
Yeah. Wait, are all these platforms? Aren't they supposed to be in section 3?
Which? Yeah, they are. No. Oh, my bad. Okay. Yeah, just drag those two into section 3. Yep. My bad.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to try the whole document thing again. Not the document, the what's it called? You know what we did for main menu, where we use the UI elements. I think it'd be very simple this time.
Okay, I say just because it took us a lot of time the last time, if we do that, I'm fine with that. Let's try and implement it the regular way, and then let's do it in the I forgot what this is called. UI Toolkit. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called the UI Toolkit. I mean, it would just be a simple label, no?
Yeah, it'd be a label that changes.
Yeah, I mean,
but we'd have to be able to call that from from code somewhere, because unlike a menu, which is just it's like an escape key. It'd be like once the player hits this checkpoint or this like invisible trigger in the world, we start the escape sequence and yada yada.
Okay, no problem. Maybe we can at some point make a common UI controller that that deals with this stuff, so that maybe we can create a sort of binding that way. But yeah, so for now we can do the canvas idea. Let's see, 2D.
It's in UI. So yeah, let's make a UI canvas.
Text Mesh Pro.
Yeah, and did it create its own canvas or no?
It did. It's just like way over here. Oh yeah, I have to do this right. Cancel.
Oh, it put it on time switch.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Weird. Okay.
Here, let me do it here.
Oh no, it's because make a new canvas because because the time switch has its own canvas for the interact text.
Oh.
So so I think we have to make a new canvas, and you can throw it into section 3. That's fine. Specific. Not necessarily. Yeah, I guess if we need a countdown for anywhere else, it could be anywhere.
We can keep it in section 3 right now and make it a prefab later.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
So text mesh.
So make it yep. Pro. And call it just like countdown timer text or like timer text or whatever.
Countdown.
Anything you want. Cool. Yep.
Perhaps we should create a naming convention as well at some point.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Let me rename.
We kind of just pick on the fly. Countdown canvas, maybe.
Down. Timer. Canvas. And then here we could just make this countdown text.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Or we could just
so what I did is
not even use the word canvas. Nah, let's keep it.
The only reason I like the word canvas is because after we have a lot of objects, we'll forget what the canvases are. So just that word there helps to be like, okay, that's what I'm looking for.
Makes sense.
I added a script on this parent object on the canvas because we can do that. Or first make the canvas a camera space and then main camera, so it'll be in the same space as the player will be.
Main camera.
Yep. Yep, and then you can Place the text match pro, and again, I just put it in the upper right. Sorry.
Upper right.
That works.
Yeah, or in the middle. I mean, I think just either one works as long as you just wherever you want to put it. Just as long as it's on the top, I think it makes the most sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the top. I don't know about the middle because that kind of blocks the player from.
Okay, yeah. So then I say do it in a top right.
Jeez, is it behind this stuff?
Yeah, because the canvas order in layer it needs to be positive.
Positive?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. Yep. There you go.
Okay. So here we have it. We have text. We're gonna call this.
And then just put it in the upper right. So just anchor it to the upper right instead of the middle.
How's that?
Cool. Yeah. And then we can make it. Do you want the timer to have a piece of text that says like timer, or do you want it to just be the numbers? Either one's fine with me, but whatever y'all choose.
I mean, I feel like there should be some type of visual indicator that's something like, you need to escape now. I don't know if that should be separate with that text, but...
Sure. So I think that should come like as like a overlay thing, like X is happening, you need to escape now. And then once they start the escape like sequence, all they need is it's just like a timer. Because I don't think it needs to constantly be on the screen saying like you need to escape now. Because I think that once the music is playing and the timer is going, they'll be like, okay, I get it, I gotta run.
What if we make it red?
But okay, yeah, I'm fine with that too. Or what if we make it white and then through code when it hits like 10 seconds we make it red.
Like that.
And then it's like, okay, you're really like you're running out of time.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so let's just for right, we can change it for there, and let's leave the text. Let's change the font to that perfect DOS, the one that we've been using in the rest of our game.
This one?
Yes, exactly. Okay, and then that's all we need there. And then I created a script on the canvas that we can call countdown timer or just anything you want. But the code is not very long and it'll get the job done, I think.
Very cool. Very cool.
Let me see if this. Okay. 1 is 0. 0. 0. Okay, cool. I like it very much when the default voice cracking. Wow. When the default position is 0, 0. So I like to anchor it and pivot it in a way that.
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Cool.
Although I may want to -5. It's a little space. Okay.
Yeah, just give it some padding on top. Yeah, cool.
Script, is that what we're doing now?
Yeah. So on the canvas, or create a new component. Let's call it a countdown timer controller. Just countdown timer. It doesn't matter. Just where we put it. Maybe we should throw into common, maybe, because is that something that we might use like over and over again? I don't know, but maybe it shouldn't go in common.
No, I think the controller should be here and common should be that static code that we use.
Like util stuff and
interfaces,
okay, sure, yeah.
Abstract stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm all for it.
Countdown timer control.
And so here, I think we only need two things. We have to import or do using TM Pro, so we can get the Text Mesh Pro GUI thing. I forget what it's called.
No, I think that's it.
And that'll just be like the Text Mesh Pro GUI. It is such a. I think it's called Text Mesh Pro UGUI. Okay, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
Countdown timer text. And then we can just make a public int time remaining.
Yeah.
Public int time remaining?
Yeah. And then we don't even need to set it. We can do it in the editor, or we can just set it to a base value of 30, like, and anything you want, just to avoid like null stuff. But yeah, we can set it to.
Is that going to be seconds?
Yeah, it will be seconds. So we can make it more or less, but
okay, because if we have over a minute, we're gonna have to convert. We're gonna have to do some converting.
Yes. I think that'll have to happen regardless, because I think we will have to do the conversion. So we'll handle that in the method. I haven't done that yet, but we can do that here on stream. I created a method as well. Let's call it just start countdown or something. And just to test it out, we can call this method in start. And it can be void. Yep, it doesn't need to return anything. Cool. And so if I remember right, I think what I did was I started a looping action, and the first argument is like a unity action, like a method. Yep, that is multi-line because it handles two conditions. One is, so the first thing it does is do countdown time minus equal 1.
Oh, if we're gonna do that, we should probably time left.
Okay, sure, yeah, and then so countdown timer dot text. Yeah, got it. Time left minus equal 1. So you have to put the string stuff as well, though. So put quotes and then like now again, it depends on how many seconds we have, so we'll figure that out. But for now, just put like, since it's 30, put wait, what are you doing? Oh, okay, yeah. So do colon 0, and then the same thing you put inside of the actual like TextMesh Pro. Yeah, so like 0 colon and then the time left. And what I did as well though is I added a if in here because I get what you're trying to do, which might work, but what I did is I did time remaining minus equal 1 first because I wanted to check if the time is less than like 10 seconds, it should be like 0:09 seconds, right? Not just like 0:9. If you get what I mean.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah. So if the time is, let's say there's a 10 seconds left, right? The timer is gonna say 0:10 on the UI. When it hits 9, it'll just say like 0:9, and that'll look weird. So I had an if where if time left is less than 10, then you if time left is like less than, I forgot the math, but you get what I mean. Like if it's less than 10 seconds, then it should be like 0:09 seconds or something.
I feel like there's a way to do this without let me look it up real quick. Formatted time seconds.
I guess there may be a formatting style that takes care of it.
That would be great.
Time span.
Yeah, that would be dope.
And seconds.
Wait, hold on. What's time span?
Time span is as it sounds. It's like daytime.
Yeah.
It's that, but like without date.
Okay.
It's usually supposed to be a double.
So what is that? Does that convert to like minutes, seconds?
Yeah. So like, what does it do? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No. Basically, it's like a representation of. What am I doing here? Oh, that's what I did.
You meant time left instead of time span there. Yeah.
Wait, does that mean I?
Because I feel like we need to get minutes and seconds from the seconds, and then separate them.
Right.
Yeah, because if the timer is a minute,
so time span can give you a way to format this.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, so like say
Cool,
we do
okay.
toString, and we can send a sort of format parameter. Let's say.
Okay, as in like how in in a JavaScript, Chris, you can like say like new date, and then you can give it, is it going to be month, date, year, year, date, month, day, month, year, whatever.
Where's the ampersand? Yeah, something like this.
Looks weird, but okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, no, that's because I'm doing a lot of like
Googling as well as doing stuff like on the fly. Yeah.
No, I mean like a lot of like trying to keep it all in one line, right?
Okay.
Okay, so then time string is gonna be like in the format. It's gonna be a string in the format of minutes : seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
It seems so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we could just do.
And we could just output, and then we could just set the text to that string.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it seems like. Yep.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, and now the thing we do need to do though is still. Oh wait. So you're saying that this will take care of the
formatting,
the like less than 10 second stuff, right? Okay, got it. Okay, cool. So then that's it for that. I think all we need to do is then set the condition. So the condition to repeat the loop should be, I guess, time left is greater than 0. Then we set a delay of 1 second. And I don't think we need to do anything after it's done at the moment. So let's just put null for right now. After that, and then we can just call this method start countdown on start. And if that works out, then just to test it out, we should see the counter just start like counting down as soon as you play the game, which is just for testing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what we have 7.
You need to go ahead.
No, I just want to make sure. It should only happen if time left is greater than 0.
Yeah, because if you do greater or equal to 0, then even when it's 0 seconds, it will decrement again and go to like -1 or something.
I think we should probably do this then. Greater than equals 0. Time left will decrement at the end of it. And then, because you still want to get the first, right? First 30 seconds or whatever.
Okay, as in like 30 the first time. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
We decrement, and then next time it'll see that. So that way the looping condition works.
29, 28.
This is the while loop. So usually the thing that, at least in my experience, changes the state of the condition is at the end of the while loop, right?
Yeah, you are totally right. Yep. And I think you have to add null or no, you don't. I guess. Okay, yeah. So we can just call start countdown and start.
We should test this with at least a minute.
You're right. Yes.
Sure.
To see that
do like 70 seconds.
70?
Do like 65, whatever.
65.
Yeah, or the 70 is fine. Just as long as it's more than a minute. So like
more than a minute.
Yeah, do 65. Yeah.
Do I hear 70?
So we can
71?
see how it handles.
Okay.
Right, and then is this script attached to a countdown thing?
No. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, let's just add that count.
We need that.
Yes, just add that, and then I drag in the Mesh Pro, and yeah. So this is what I did, and it was I got it to work basically. Okay,
buddy.
so
Hold on, let me.
It's working though.
It is. Let me just.
It's being weird.
Yeah, we just need to make it just make it a bit wider.
Oh, that's what the issue is.
It needs more space, like
the actual
it's not wide enough. So like,
enough.
the container. Yep. So that should be good. And now let's see how it handles it. Yeah, like you see what I mean. So that's what I meant about. Oh yeah, nice.
Oh.
And so now let's wait.
I guess we don't have to.
Or just replay and just. So lower it to like 10 seconds, just so we can see how it looks at when the time is less than 10, because we want it to be 0.09, not just like 0.9. But yeah. Okay, yeah.
Why did it look like
Sure.
getting
now-
from 10 to 9 was really quick, and then it, like, can you do it again?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been because
Yeah,
of the.
let's take a look.
I
Well,
think
9 to 8. 9 to 8, yeah.
9 to 8?
I think it's just that because of that fade, we're missing it, in all honesty. Like, so maybe what we should do is go into, like, put the canvas at the highest, like, where's the overlay? What order and layer is it?
Let me.
Yeah, the order and layer for the overlay is 2. So put the order and layer for the new canvas at 3. Just because then what will happen is it'll always be in front of everything.
Okay.
Yep. So if you make that 3, then I think even when the screen like does that fade thing, this is all right. I guess not. I thought it would still be there. Interesting. Is the overlay? Oh wait, go on transparent. Where is it? Huh.
Yeah, I don't think it's that
I don't
important.
know why.
I don't think it's that important, but I just noticed it.
Okay. Sure.
We can
so
keep going. We can keep
take
going.
a look at that. Yeah. So I'll say the next thing that we should do then is let's add in the code into the method to just handle the red text, because you can change the color of text. So we can just do like if time left less than 10 seconds, or 10, or less than or equal to 10, whichever one you want. Text mesh pro dot text dot color, I think, is something that you can do. I think then the text should be red. Yeah, time left. Okay.
Less than or equal to 10?
Yeah, so if it's 10 or lower, then I don't know exactly what it is, but on regular text you can do text dot color or something. No, dot color. Okay, color equals, and then do color dot red, like capital C. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so we can test it out.
Yeah, that should work.
And then. Yep. Now start it at 15. Okay, it's fine. We'll see. Okay, yeah, so it worked. Yeah, and now let's do it at 15 though, just to be sure that it changes the color. Just to make sure we didn't write any bad code or something. Yeah, so it's white text, and then at 10 seconds. Yeah, I think that looks good.
Yeah, I like it.
And then let's make sure it doesn't go to -1. I only say that because when I was testing it, I had some bad code, so like it would go to like to -1 and stop, and it looked weird.
Yeah, and I think when I moved the condition over, it should have just stopped at 0.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so if this is done, then yeah, sorry, the decrement. Yeah. 1, 0.
We're good. Nice.
Good.
We're good.
Awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, now I think, as I said, that was a quick thing. So now we can design the escape sequence. It's 7:20, or 7:23. We have about 35 minutes. So I think that's enough time to just start placing some platforms, because the issue we had before was we didn't want to design the end of the level yet, because we hadn't built out the disappearing platforms yet. But now that we have, we can start placing some disappearing platforms and moving platforms, and just test it out, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let's just add this.
Yep.
Just set it up so it's there.
What are you adding? I didn't see what you did.
Escape.
Event. Start. Okay.
And then we could just.
Or like on escape sequence or on escape start. Yeah.
Game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, smart. Yep, and then it'll just do countdown. That start. Countdown. Nice. Yeah, that I think that works. And so now whenever we add a trigger, because it'll probably be an invisible like trigger, we can have it say, okay, it'll raise an event, which the event will be the on escape start. That will take care of the timer, and it can do other things as well. So yeah, again, kudos to us for figuring out the event system like earlier on, because now like stuff like this is just so easy to do, right?
So easy. It's never been easy before.
That's game development, guys. That's BK Game Devs here. Good game development. We're learning and we're getting better.
Yes.
Especially like making kill zones on tile maps that we didn't realize for all these months.
Oh, jeez. So the escape sequence is basically here, right? Man, you know...
It's everything that... Yeah, go for it.
How's that?
Boom. Okay, all right.
Or actually, it's just,
yeah, so everything from...
Go ahead, continue.
I say I don't think it's bad if you get rid of the game view for now, or put them like next to each other, because we're gonna mainly... I don't think we at the moment need to see scene and game view. So if you want to put the scene view right next to game as like a different tab, I think that'll give you enough space. But again, it's up to you. But yeah, while you're doing that, let me go look at the art, because I forgot what we designed for this level. Okay, so we have... Oh yeah, we wanted like a false floor that the player falls onto because we're savages. And they do some platforming, moving platforms, disappearing platforms, two moving platforms, and then yeah, we just mix the two. Okay, cool. Sorry, I feel like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine for anyone who watches.
Yeah, I know that.
Do any of you watch?
Of course.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
I can't do that. Nice. I'll stutter.
I stutter too, so I'm surprised I did it that well, man. So, yeah. If we look at the art, we can of course adjust it as needed. But in the art, we have like a big false floor, so we can use we can paint with the tile map, or create a new tile map for false floor, and then attach the false wall controller, because it's effectively the same thing. And then we can get moving from there. So I say let's make a right wall in the tile map, just so that we know how much space we're working with.
Right here?
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So we can make it there or a little bit wider. Again, it's up. I think that anything works. That isn't the right tile map.
Yeah. It's dark gray, right?
Yeah. It's dark gray.
So like a wall.
Yep, that tile right there. Yep. And then you can just... Yeah, all right.
All right, just do
that. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm like, I would have botched that.
I would have copied and pasted.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, so I think that works. And then we can create a new tile map, and we'll call it a false floor. And that will just be a horizontal floor, which will put the false wall controller on. And I forgot, do we always have a trigger? Yeah, we need
rectangular, right?
Yeah, rectangular, yep, tile map, and then call it just false floor. Yep, and so first I think what we should do is, in our art we have lava, right? And then the false floor is right above the lava. So let's go to hazards and just drop in, like we'll just copy and paste that lava from the right there.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, and the way you do it here is even different. So actually don't use that tool, use the eyedropper tool, and it will change your brush to the selection that you choose.
Nope.
The one to the left?
Eyedropper.
It's the third from the right. Yep, that one. And now select the large area of yep. Yeah, see? And then you can just boop, 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 and just copy pasta it.
That's it.
Yep. And now you can go back to the false floor and create what you want to create. And my guy Alex is getting better with this tile map, man. You fast. Oh yeah, just click on the gray tile again. Yeah. So just go back to yeah. Because sometimes it just like keeps your last thing. Yeah, so you can put it like either 1 or 2 above. And maybe it can. Oh wait, so do you want to make it that wide? I'm fine with that. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. And we can get rid of that top layer because I think it'll be too tall for the player to see. So, wait. Hold on. I think we were gonna leave a drop, right? In the art at least, but so we can change it. It's just fine. I just want to know which one do you want to do.
Let's see.
So what do you think, Chris?
What do you mean a drop?
If you go into the art channel on our Discord, like real quick, and look at the manga we have, you'll see there's like you see from the place that says K, which is like I don't remember but there's like a drop before you hit the false floor, and the false floor is like thin. So I'm saying, so do we want to?
I think it's better like that. It's better like that.
The way that Alex did it.
No, the way it is in the art.
Okay, so then I guess then we should make it thinner then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly what you're about to do, Alex. Yeah. Like I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's too wide. Yeah. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yep. I think that works perfectly.
So are we gonna have
down there and
we're gonna have the lava rise up, or what are we gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna have the lava rise.
So we can have the lava / darkness. We have to figure it out. My vote is on darkness, but if it's lava, sure. We'll have it rise up. Now we have to figure out what code we're gonna use for that.
And I'm trying to visualize that. Like, how is that gonna look?
Yeah, and so that's why it's gonna be kind of tough. And that's why I was thinking with darkness, we could probably, I don't know, it's tough because it's the first time that we're animating such a big thing, that isn't like the player, because it would need to like look good to rise up. So we could just like increase the size of the tile map or something, or increase the height, but it might just look like a doop 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 doop, and it might not look that good, So I'm not sure how we're gonna do that yet. So I think let's build up the platforming first, and the toughest thing we have to do is figure out what's gonna rise and how it's gonna rise. Like that, it might include particle effects or animations or whatever it is.
So you said platforms.
Yes. So
look at our little.
Yeah, so it might not be to perfect scale, so we can eyeball it and adjust it as needed, but there's generally like some moving platform, or from the false floor there are like 3 like kind of like staircase platforms that take you to your first courage pickup, and then a horizontal moving platform to a vertical moving platform, kind of like an elevator, which takes you then to disappearing platforms. I say let's make the jumps harder, like make the jumps like the platform small. So even if there's 4 or something, I say let's make them all like 2 wide or something. Yeah, like 3 or 2 wide, just so that the jumps are hard. Because this escape sequence should be the hardest part of the game, like so far, right?
Right. Okay.
Also, if you have the paint tool on in the tile map, if you hold shift, it turns into an eraser. So instead of having to always go to the eraser, you can just hold shift and click on where you want to go, and it will erase. Yep.
That's our little courage. Cottage.
Okay, sure.
I guess
Speaking of which, Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby Doo are making a movie. Who would have thunk? But yeah. Okay, and I think that's it for the tile map, to be honest, or basically all of it, because the rest is going to be the prefabs we have for disappearing and moving platforms. Yep.
Should we make it its own section, moving platform?
Sure, but nested underneath that object. Yeah, we can make a new object and zero it out and call it like escape sequence moving platforms or something.
Nested under this. Wait.
I meant just it could be underneath the overall like moving platform. So inside of moving platforms, it will have a thing called escape sequence moving platforms. But I don't mind like moving that as well.
I just realized false floor is like way.
Okay. Yeah,
okay,
it needs to be a zeroed out. Yeah, it's all good. Cool.
So weird. It's a good thing that doesn't move this, does it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, it's just the grid that's moving. Cool. Still false floor is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. That's weird.
Oh. It might be on the wrong tile map then.
Hold on.
Click on ground tiles and then.
Oh, no. Thinking.
Yeah, I. Yes, I think. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so it seems like we're gonna have to. I think it might be on the wrong tile map, so we'll just move that over, and then we can keep building out the platforms. And then I think what's more important is also that we should like play test, because the art might look like it's possible, but for all we know, it's gonna be real bad. So we can move some stuff there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he did put it on the wrong tile map. It happens. These tile maps are just hard to remember, man.
How did we do this before? You
can use the eyedropper.
The eyedropper.
If you want to do it, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and just cover the whole space, right? And now just hit shift, and then just and then like paint it. Yeah. Yep. Boom. All gone.
Okay. So now we're going back to false floor. We are on false floor.
Yep. And yep. You're good. And you can just no. Oh. It had saved the long platform, but it's all good. Yeah. So just throw it there. My guy said, "I'm not manly drawing it, bro."
Who said that?
You're
Me?
like, "I'm not drawing it at a one high." As in, like, that's ignore me. Okay, cool. So now we can go and just make sure it's on false floor. So just like disable the false floor.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I see it. No, yeah, I saw it.
I was wondering why when
I guess while we're at it, just.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say just throw on the false wall controller while we're at it, just so that we don't forget.
And play sound.
Yep, and then what does it take?
Play sound on column.
That's what yeah, that's based on if it's vertical or not. I don't remember. I think we actually do want it every column. No, we want it to play. I don't know. I don't remember.
It's happening on every. So play sound on column. I don't know why. I decided
okay, it'll play on every vertical row. every vertical column
Not
does.
just that, but it'll destroy
Because
it on a column basis as opposed to a row basis.
okay, I understand, because I remember we did it because some of our floors are horizontal, and like some of the walls are like vertical, so we had to like change it up.
You might want
I
to
think
reset,
it should be fine. Okay, sure, thanks.
Wait, why exactly do we want the false floor again?
Like, Chris, can you say things with your mouth? Sorry, I just need to see if.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. You're good. I think because you were covering, I was just like.
Yeah, my bad.
Where'd you go? You know.
Yeah. That's because we don't like. When are we gonna start the timer? Is that like right when the false floor starts?
That's when. So, what's that blue thing? The thing we're also supposed to get at the end of every level. I keep forgetting what it's called. But
the key flame.
The key flame.
Key flame. That we're going to hit here, and that's what's going to trigger.
Because I'm just thinking, if the lava is gonna rise anyway, what's the point of making that a false floor?
Well, so you can fall.
I know, but it's
there's no way back. No, like there's no way back. Essentially.
Well, okay. Think about it like if the player jumps like right, and just drops down right in the beginning there, and then all of a sudden the lava starts rising at whatever certain rate, they would still, need to like rush all the way across and start jumping. Like I feel like it wouldn't matter that the floor is falling down. I mean the floor is disappearing. I don't know.
Okay, all right, sure. So I'm saying let's leave it for now. I think it's something that would be better once we play test.
Okay.
Because I understand what you mean there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say let's add in a 741. We have about 20 minutes. Let's add in the disappearing and moving platforms and just do some quick play testing.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
And I would say move those 3 platforms you have, those like staircase ones, more to the right, only because then, like Chris said, then the player will have to, like, if they land right on the left, they have to run to the right as the lava starts to rise. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be a little bit more of a light amount of like anxiety. Yep, I think exactly. And then we can adjust things as needed. But yeah, I think that's fine. And then we can use the moving platforms and stuff. Yeah, so what I was saying is if you want to make an escape sequence moving platforms like parent objects so that they're easier to manage, I think that's not a bad idea.
So now that I have a keyboard in my apartment, I might like mess around with like making the escape song. I don't know. We can use we can use a filler for now, but I feel like before we like publish this anywhere, maybe I could put something together that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, man.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. All for it.
I'll be influenced by the Metroid escape sequence.
I know, man. It's just too good. It's just too good. Like, it just gets you so hyped, but also so like, oh man, I gotta go.
Yes.
Like, that data composer was thinking when he made that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, look, we're dropping this new game, Super Metroid. The escape sequence needs to be a banger. He was like, a banger? They were like, a banger, bro. He was like, all right, don't worry. I got it.
If we're talking about Metroid, like banger music, Kraid's Lair is the best one.
Kraid's Lair is really good music too. Yeah. See, it's just so good. I also have a soft spot for Brinstar with the vegetation.
Yes.
It's so like bassy.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yes. A lot of good music in that series.
Word. So yeah, I think that is a good spot, and then we can bring in a vertical platform. Yep, exactly. You got it, Alex. You got it.
Alex, do you have the art on another screen?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Cool.
That's why you see me turn.
And again,
well, that's why the stream sees me turning my head. You guys can't see me at all. I just realized.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
And once again, and just a shout out, chat. Again, thanks again to the people who keep dropping in. Commander Root and another TV viewer.
I think that's just someone who doesn't have an account. I think that's
okay. Well, they show up a lot, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
If it's the same person.
Yes.
And then thanks to Tan for joining us today too.
Yes.
And there were some others, but it doesn't show you on here.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Yeah. So thanks to everyone who has tuned in today.
For sure, yeah, of course. Always appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So just again, so Alex is putting in some moving platforms here, that we'll have to try and like time and such, just so that the player is always able to make these jumps. And again, it'll be clear to us with some playtesting.
Yes.
And so, I guess what we'll do is, in a different way, instead of having once on escape start begins, I guess what we can do is these moving platforms will not be like a time switch. They'll just always be active because the player should be able to always use them. So yeah, I think that will work out. And
yeah, so we're not adding time switches, right?
No, or at least not yet. I think. Let me see. Was that in the art? I don't remember. I think we thought of that.
To do that, it might be too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be like there's one thing to make it hard, and that might get like really kind of brutal. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But again, we will play test it and see how it works.
I'm just gonna get rid of the event that sets them to not active.
Okay, sure.
Let me just do that. And we could leave an event that does set them active, and that event could be the whole key flame thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. On key flame thing. Yes. Okay, so you know what? Let's go to section 2.
Yeah, just copy pasta a keyframe and just yoink it into
existence.
Section 3. Into existence. Let's yoink it into existence.
Existence is pain. Where's that from?
I don't remember. Existence is pain, yeah.
Is that the Mr. Meeseeks?
Yeah,
it may be.
It is. It is.
Hi, Mr. Meeseeks.
Oh no.
Dude, I'm really not supposed to be alive this long. Existence is pain. Okay, cool. Oh, I thought the key flame was going to be up on that wall there. No, on the left. Because the idea was that once you hit the key flame, a wall will come up. No, up on that. Yeah, there.
Here.
No, yeah. Because the idea was that you see where the wall meets, the left side of this pillar and the right side. What would happen is once the escape sequence starts, it would close you off from going back. So
yes, yep.
Oh.
At least that's what we have in the art. That's what I remember. That you'll get it here. It'll close a wall behind you, and you're like, well, I guess I gotta jump down. I got nowhere else to go, and then the escape sequence will start, or it can start right there.
I think we can bring it down here and just add a little trigger. Once they pass through this area, let's say it's a soft checkpoint, that's when it closes a wall or creates a wall there. Because I feel like the flame being there would actually bring them forward here, and this can actually start the sequence. Because then we need something to trigger this.
So then maybe here's what we do, right? Here's another idea. We put the keyframe on like a platform that they can see from that left ledge, right? And maybe we let the keyframe be the trigger, but what happens is it'll be on like a platform they have to jump to. So they'll jump to it, get the keyframe, and the wall will close. Does that make sense? So now it's like, instead of it being just like because if you just walk past like a trigger that you can't see and the escape sequence starts, you're kind of like, oh, okay, I guess something just started. Whereas if you have an object or something that triggers it, you're like, okay, this is what begins my countdown. Again, I'm thinking of just like in like a Metroid, like you beat Ridley, the baby in Metroid gets taken, and that's an event that's like, okay, now this, like, you have to run. It's not just you walk through like a room and then you're in like the end game. Does that make sense? I don't know if any of that made sense.
No, it did, but I'm just thinking like we still have the keyframe where we had it, and that only triggers the wall closing. But
okay, that's a good idea.
But then when you jump down, we have an invisible trigger.
Okay.
And that's what starts the timer, and that's what starts the false wall. The false floor.
I'm all for that. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, the wall's closing. Is this a boss?
Like,
what is this?
Yeah, you're like, oh, is there a boss? Like, yes.
But no,
it's a
an
boss.
escape. It's an escape.
Word. Sorry, I mean, yeah, like it's not a boss. It's an escape. Run.
Okay. Well, for now, I'll leave this here, and I will not leave this here. We'll keep it here, but for now, I will make this actual trigger for these guys to be the keyframe obtained. Oh no, it already is. Okay, it already is.
Yeah, it is.
But we also need the false wall to do the same.
Yeah, the false wall, the false floor should have the event listener thing should be on keyframe obtained as well. Or no, do we say no? Not on keyframe obtained. On. Oh, we didn't make an event for this, right? Like.
No, we'll make one later. I'm just saying for now.
Okay, yeah. So for right now, just put it as keyframe obtained, but that might be savage because then you're gonna have to run quick. Like in order to play test, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it.
Okay, cool.
Disable wall, is that what we call it?
Yeah. Because we first made it with a wall, we can probably refactor these names and call it just, false platform or something. Okay, 752. So I say just yoink the player and let's just like play test what we have so far and see how it works.
Yep. Okay. That button doesn't. Alright, time to just bring this whole thing back to where it was. Right. This is not what I wanted.
Yeah, I say just drag. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the editor is being really weird and stuff.
Well, this one goes up here, right?
Inspector goes on the left. Yeah, I mean on the right. Yeah, and then you had the hierarchy.
Oh no, they've become their own window. Okay, here we go. Do this. This guy is his own guy.
Hierarchy, yes. There we go. And then an inspector needs to go.
There you
go. Yeah. There you go.
Coming together.
Thanks, Kronk.
Thanks, Kronk. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. It's all coming together. That movie is so funny, man. Okay.
I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
Oh, it's from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kronk, it's when they're making a plan to like poison Cusco. He's like, it's all coming together.
Is he also cooking at the same time or baking something? Was that it?
I think so, but they made tons of memes about it, and it's yo. We didn't put ground layer on false floor, I bet.
Thanks. Yeah, you're right.
Yo, but that's quite the fall. Like that's kind of a good escape sequence. Like if you miss a jump, like you fall, man. He's falling for like what? It sounded like what, like 3-4 seconds of fall?
Did I not? Oh, I didn't.
Oh, we didn't put collider or anything. Yeah, we didn't put tile map collider 2D, and then composite collider 2D is trigger used by composite. Blah blah. Yeah, all that.
Static, used by composite. That's it. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now the player should fall onto a platform at least, not just into their doom. Yo, that's a fall, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, and you can't make that jump, which is the point. Once you're down there, you're stuck. It looks so funny in a scene view. Just use the inner box, not the line.
I was hoping I wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay, and all right, so it didn't work.
Wait, what's null there?
Oh, an audio source. What?
Oh, an audio source. What? Oh, do you have to add an audio source to the false floor so it knows what sound to play?
Really?
I doubt we made it in that way, but maybe we did.
And we did make it that way.
Oh, wow! Old us was not really like making the Abyss code, huh? But I get it, because maybe if we I remember why we did it, because even though all our platforms right now are just like these ground tiles, let's say again, for some reason in this game we have a grassy thing that does a grassy like area, and we want the sound to be a different sound for grass, we can just do that. I think that's why. But we should probably have it be a audio clip that you drop in, right? But we made this script. Yes, I was gonna say we made this script before we made the like audio player, or we can just like drag in a thing and do like the play one shot. So I think that's why it's implemented in this way.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, so again, that's something that we can do in between streams. It's just a background fix type thing.
Damn it.
That's so funny. Just dragging the player through the stuff.
Now he's gonna die.
Oh man, that's savage.
It's so loud.
Yo. Oh, I can't hear it, but that's fine. It's just that wall definitely like starts to catch up on you. It's a good thing we made it too thick, because if it was one high, then the player wouldn't be able to make that jump. Like they would just die every time.
We should be able to. At some point, we're gonna have to control that speed, and it's doing it on a column basis.
Yeah. So uncheck it and see what happens. I don't know. I have no idea, in all honesty.
No, but I think what's happening is it's doing it one at a time.
I get it. So I'm saying let's figure that out later. Just see if the moving platforms work and test that out, because it's almost 8, and we can handle the sound playing and the triggers and like lights and stuff. All that kind of stuff is stuff that we can do in the background.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can really quickly just that. Ring them up. Oh no, that's not working as it should, but whatever.
Okay. And you can make those jumps. Cool. And now, oof.
Oh yeah,
all right.
That's
Yo, yeah, that's rough there. I think we need to figure out, which we never figured out for any of the levels, is the background is always black. So because it's always black, and because this is like a big like open space, it looks kind of weird. You get what I mean? Like while you were on the platform, you kind of it was kind of just like a void.
Yeah.
But not in like a good way. It kind of looked kind of like empty. So we can figure that out as well. But yeah, I think it's coming together so far. I think that we can keep building it out on next stream, and we'll figure out some of the kinks and tweaks that we need to make in between streams.
Oh yeah.
You know what else I just realized? Nice. I just realized we might need if you die here, you should just die. Like I'm thinking about it because let's say you have a full sanity bar, but you fall in the lava. Like what's gonna happen?
You should just it's gonna respawn you in lava.
Wait. Should we make it so that like you respawn like at the beginning, right before the timer? Like
yes, yeah. I think that it should reset the lava and respawn you right before the timer
with full sanity.
So which means with full sanity. So I think that the
that's gonna be a little different than what we already have. So
yeah, so maybe we'll find a way that's a little bit more elegant. But
yeah, we should take note of that because that's kind of important.
Yeah, I'll note it down in the doc. I figure out how to respawn player if they die during escape sequence. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say let's save it because I remember this thing being a bit more complicated than we thought.
Yeah.
And it's 8:02, so we can. I think that we can stop here, and then on Tuesday in between streams we can go ahead and like try and figure it out.
Yeah.
And figure out what like intervals are best for the false floors and false walls, or maybe we make it a thing that we can configure. So maybe what we do is we make destroy tile delay a public thing that we can edit, and on each false wall we can say, okay, it'll do it every 1 second, so it's not as loud and annoying. Maybe on certain ones we can have it be every 1.125 seconds, blah blah blah.
Okay. Amount of files. I'm just thinking about something. But yes, I hear you.
Okay.
Because one of the things that it should be like we should end up destroying this thing sort of in one go, like 2 at a time, two.
I mean, it depends on the column height though, because that's why we had an issue with it, because the tile mappings can be so variable in height and width. We didn't find a perfect way to handle all the cases. So I think that's why we also need to we're gonna need more time, because we need to adjust based on or figure out an algorithm that works for all cases.
Okay. For now, I'm just adding some variables and stuff like that to anticipate. Like destroy tile delay, that like it's not like super fast, and destroy line. So as opposed to one single tile at a time, it'll be like a line of tiles depending on which way you're destroying first.
Yeah, I understand. Got it. Okay, cool. So I guess we can stop there.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Whoever you are.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. I think we got a good amount of stuff done. We figured out a timer. to show on screen. We figured out we started to build out this escape sequence, and we did one other thing that I don't remember at the moment, right? Oh, the kill zones to make sure that those work out on the tile maps. And what else did we do? Did we do something? Did we do something else, or was that it?
The timer?
That was just about
the
it.
countdown timer? Did you mention that?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I did. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yep. So we'll be back again next Thursday. Look forward to it because we'll be building out more of the escape sequence, and then we can also figure out how we're gonna make the lava or darkness rise up from the bottom, and what we're gonna do about respawn and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Good.
Cool.
See you all later. Love. Much
All right,
love.
y'all.
Thanks for tuning in.
Much love. Peace out. See you next week.